Alright, in this video, it's 4 survivors and 1 killer being Slasher, as you can see. And I was the lowest with 20 and the highest was 36. I'm pretty sure it was the Elliot. And you're gonna see how just 4 good players absolutely just fries one one even a good killer, like even a good killer if they're Slasher, because they were talking about how they level 500, how good they are, but we'll just go on. So, as you can see, the round starts, it's a Slasher. And of course, if you look first, and most importantly, this is our team comp. This is the best 4 team comp. Elliot, Dusakar, Shed, and Guest. This is the best 4 you can have. If you have this 4, that's such a good core, and then your other 4, if you're building a full 8, should just build around this. So we'll start, and because I'm trying to start doing another video and I need to be killer, I'll be greedy and do a generator, though I am lucky and do find both a Bloxy Cola and a med kit, so I get very lucky there. I'm doing this generator terribly, so don't mind my generator gameplay. Uh, yep. And then, so I see they get stunned, and I decide to give the Shed a plasma beam or zap to let them get away. That way they're forced to go on someone else, where they switch on the Guest here. And seeing that they do, I like to go for a quick little shield, which they do run out of range, so it wasn't that important. Seeing all my moves are on cooldown, and for once again the video, I decide just to go for another generator. So we just do the generator, and it's about at this point I'm like, wait a minute, it's really good players all around. They haven't done a thing yet because the teams work together. This will be a really good video to show why Slasher isn't that good of a character. So around this point, I'm like, oh wait, and I decide, okay, time to start doing generators. I get lucky and I hit a plasma beam there, and I see here the Elliot is on a generator and isn't noticing for some reason that the Slasher is coming. So I give them a quick shield, and it does actually save them there. So that was really nice. Allows them to get away, or not get away yet, but then the Rush Hour does, plus the Shed stun. And now they can no longer chase after the Elliot. So we just keep waiting, and as we keep waiting, we'll eventually see, okay, they are missing their gashing wound somehow, which is kind of crazy. And give them another slowness because I see they're walking, so they don't really have something they can do. And it's at this point they try to go into me, but I just start looping. They try and double back here, doesn't matter. And then they swap here. Yes. So they hit a B-head, or not hit, sorry, miss a B-head, so there's slowness, and see, I back up here because I was worried they're going to just swap back onto me in a bad chase start. So as they switch on, I spawn protection, and now they get stunned, and they probably, I think here, yeah, they decide to switch up again. And I just want to say before they do this, never hold the raging pace. You hold the raging pace till you start losing stamina, right? And then you use it. Like you use an M1 to get out of raging pace. You do not hold raging pace for as long as this person did, because as you can see, they hold their raging pace. By now they already have their max stamina. Like, there's no way. I'm still here. They just now, and they can just start moving off raging now. How? How are we letting raging run that long? We really shouldn't, because you want the stamina, but you don't want to give me this much of an advantage. And now he can't even go after me because I have a crazy stamina advantage because he's at 75 and I'm at 100 because he just let me continue gaining distance with small quick sprints that allowed me to beat beat the distance that he could try and make off raging pace. So he's forced to go to meet someone else, but I slap him and he misses a B head. Then let's go back to that.
They are not making yellow.
Why? Why are we gashing wounding there? Nobody was low on stamina. Nobody was cornered. They're never gashing wound at this time. If nobody's low on stamina, nobody's cornered, nobody's being stupid, nobody's missed something. Never use gashing wound. There is no chance in hell that's gonna miss. It's just a complete waste of time, a complete waste of your move, a complete waste of distance. If you look right now, here he actually has a good distance against all of us. He would, if he's lucky, be able to secure a kill on the Elliot. Me and me and Shed being at 90 is just a little too high for him to deal with at the time. So you could try and switch on to Elliot. My moves are on cooldown. Slash is still on cooldown. The guest is doing God knows what, but he's probably just a generator. But um, so as we can see, they're losing. But now they're in Gashing Wound. They can't move. They're losing all their distance on everyone. So yeah, they still try and go after the Shed because why not? And I just shield them, meaning that they can't do anything about it. The guest finally is like, oh wait a minute, these team's actually good, and gets a good parry off, so that was helpful. This wasn't. I mean, It doesn't really matter here, but if you look, I don't know why, the Elliot just healed. I don't get why. The Shed would have been a greater heal, but they still lock on. They miss their behead again because we're just all such high stamina. There's just not a thing they can do. They just keep getting stunned because we're just messing around. And the Shed does almost die because no one's messing around, but yeah, they just get destroyed. Nobody dies. They don't hit me once. They only hit the Elliot once. They only hit the guest once, and they hit the Shed a bunch of times, but only because we were being foolish and messing around because they had so little time. So how can you fix this? First of all, don't play this guy. Don't play him. Don't play Nos. Don't play one because you're bad. I know it's fun just to gamble. It's like I get a win. Don't play them. Sixers and Cool Kid are fine, but I recommend really just learning Noli, John Doe, or Azure. They are the best three and going Azure, John Doe, then Noli. I like playing all three. I have all three at very high levels. They're all very fun to play. Just learn one of those three if you really just want to get good. But especially don't play Slasher, Nos, or 1x. They're the bottom three, completely useless in my opinion. But let's say you want to anyway. Get past the Jenning. The first thing you need to understand is you're going to look at this 4. You're going to say, I know this is going to give me a lot of hate. Which one are you targeting? Which one are you most scared of? You can instantly get rid of the Sentinels. The Sentinels are not your biggest issue. It's the Dusakar or the Elliot. And it's just more of a personal preference. If you're more scared of Elliot setting up and then getting Rush Hour, or its heals are more annoying, if you're better, then go after them. If you're more scared of the Dusakar, because of their slowness heal and temporary healing and shielding, then go after them. It's really just a pick, but pick either or. I personally like going after Elliot's first, unless they're a good Dusakar, then I'll switch on if they're like clearly a lot better. But then you kill one, kill the other, then you pick one of the two, whichever you're more scared of. If you think you can block bait guess pretty easily, cool. If you think you can dodge Shed pretty easily, cool. Just pick one of the two. Make sure to pick. You should buy Shed as you're entering your first chase, even if it's a bad chase. It should just be to lead out the one you want to chase. Figure out who you're trying to chase, because you need to go one by one by one by one, because you are the target killer. You are rushing down one at a time. One of their biggest misplays was how much they were trying to switch targets, trying to get a good chase start when everyone was prepared to stop it. So that wasn't good. Then I shield here, and he's still another big thing he does is don't hit when they're in spawn protection. You're not going to kill them unless you're hitting them with a big punish move that's like got multiple parts, like a full Gashing Wound, blood hook, something like demonic pursuit, something like that. Then don't hit them because they get an unhit speed boost, which will absolutely destroy your distance, especially on Slasher, because you've got no long range moves. In Slasher, you can actually be at a stamina disadvantage if you have a bunch of distance, because they have to spend so much stamina trying to catch up to you. So therefore, make sure to not hit during Dusakar beams. Try and put everything to hitting, and remember also Dusakar beams, if don't hit if they use during Elliot heals, you can't cancel the Elliot heal or the Shed chicken. So that's just another little thing if you are Dusakar or if you're playing against them. But never hit them so they don't get the on-hit speed boost, which gives them more distance and makes it especially harder to catch up as Slasher. Another generator, we're just gonna skip over that because that's not important. Here, if you see a Dusakar coming this close where they are your closest, like I did, which was kind of a misplay, you need to know where everybody is. This is a big part. If you can, the more people you can hold in your mind where they are, the better. Because if he'd known where I was and he'd swapped onto me, I would have had a really bad chase start. I was away from everyone. They would have had to all come towards me. It would have been a really bad spot for me. I think I had a bit of a stamina disadvantage too. Like, it would have been pretty much almost a quick drop. I probably would have been able to use some on hit, but on the average Deuce car especially, it'll be a complete quick drop where they just can't do a thing. So, but they don't. Then misplay for the Elliot. Always when you're on generators, position it and where they might come from, and make sure to check. You need to be aware on more than just the generator. So leads me have to shield them, which would have been a shield I would have liked to use elsewhere, but that's okay. They use rush hour here, and
Yeah, this is gonna be.
as you'll see, they get stunned. Now here's the thing. If you see a shed running right by a bunch of supports, and you see them randomly stop moving, go around them. Just simply. It's not that hard to think about. It's just like, because then you dodge the stun, and you may lose a little bit of stamina in the moment, but you will be at a much greater advantage, or a much smaller disadvantage, or a much greater advantage than getting hit by a full stun. Because look how much distance
Yeah,
we
this is
get.
gonna be a good floor.
Look how much distance we've all broken up
Oh,
for some.
yeah.
Okay, no, we didn't actually break up there, but after this, they swap onto the shed because they're the closest. This was good. If you do have to for any reason swap, always swap to the closest person because you're either doing your target chase or the closest person to you. So they do that, and you can see they're all running back towards them, and they swap onto us, which is smart. They go there, and they start swapping. And now at this point, you have a minute 10. No meaningful damage on the survivors. Full HP Shed, full HP Deuce car. They're both Goldens. Okay. One hit on both. You've got one or two hits on the guest, and one hit on the Elliot. You need to have a target by now. But no. They go to someone else. Why we never be head and chase. If you're using slasher, which I already don't recommend, you never be head and chase. You get slowness unless you're getting the kill. You never be head mid chase because you just get slowness and they get on his speed moves and you lose so much distance and you've got no way to catch up. Don't use be head and
We
chase.
got a huge stamina advantage. Holy.
But when a Deuce car gets this close to you, where they're close to everyone else, swap onto them and hard target them. Like really just do that. Like truly. Okay.
Oh,
They
yeah.
get block weight thing here and they get stunned. They end up going after. They try to go after them, which would have been smart, but no, they swap on. They swap on. They should have swapped on. They could swap onto the Elliot there.
Stamina advantage.
They could have swapped onto the Elliot so much longer ago. They could have swapped on. Go back a bit.
We got a huge stamina.
It's too far back.
Oh.
Right after here. You can go here. If you're still for some reason not targeting on the target, back just a little bit. How little distance they have. There's no distance. All you have to do is shift lock behind you M1. You've got a stamina advantage. You might actually pick up the kill in 30 seconds. It'd be hard, but if you're really good like they are, because we're all really high, you might actually pick up the kill. You might genuinely just pick up a kill, get 40 seconds, which as you can see is more time than you have currently, and then you can go after whatever you're going after. Stop raging base here. M1 here, I am forced to waste stamina. You have only a smaller stamina disadvantage. You need to end raging pace very quickly. Don't hold it for this long, ever. All that. All this distance, all this distance, all this distance. It ended it right here. Ended it here. No distance, a little bit of distance, a lot of distance. A lot better 3 people than when you end it here. He's got no distance on anyone. Everyone's in sight, but he's got no distance. So he goes after the closest, which is Shed there, but, or sorry, Guest. But he does behead in chase. Once again. Because why not? Because it would be funny, wouldn't it, guys? If you do this and just behead to waste all your distance. Okay. Wait, I messed up. Wait, what am I?
They are not making up.
Right here. Your last hope. You've actually gotten your last hope here, which is you have a close triangle. What I like to think about with Slasher is basically a three-way. Not even if not a proper triangle. Like this isn't a proper triangle, whatever, right? I mean, it kind of is. You want to have a triangle of survivors or a line of survivors like this or like this, right? Ideally, this is, and you want to have a really close triangle. If you can keep a triangle between you two and almost like fork two, that's fine. If you can fork three, that's even better. This right here, where nobody has distance on you except for like the Deuce, which should always have distance on you, is amazing. This is what you want to hit. Here. No. Here. This is when you want to have that fork. 30 seconds into the game, you want to get close to it. You want to get closer to a fork if they're working together. Not. Not here. This is not when you want to get your distance in 3 ways. Oh my god. And you only have 30 seconds, or 27, but 30 seconds. You have to take the farthest, because it's the only one with any chance to just being hit enough in time.
Oh.
Don't gashing on there. You had a good triangle. I know I'm talking about it, but he has a good triangle or good line, whatever you want to think. This is amazing.
They are not making up.
Now he does have a triangle where they're ever so slightly farther away, which isn't that bad. But he lost his third he lost his third option. He lost. Okay, they did run away, which is, but like you don't want to lose like that. They're just stuck here. Now he's got this triangle instead of the last one. He's gone from this triangle with a random outlier to this triangle. In the matter of 2 seconds, he has lost any good distance on everyone. My god. For someone who's level 500 on Slasher. This guy did not play well. So we'll just...
A lick of distance.
Okay. Don't know what demons are after bro here. Hold on. Bro is scared of some 2-time over here, apparently. I mean, just look at all the 2-times on the board. Okay, whatever. But, he's probably trying to threaten the Elliot. Good triangle. Good triangle. With a somewhat close guess, but they're out of line of sight, so that's not that important. Good triangle, though. Good triangle. 19 seconds. You have the amazing triangle, the 3 biggest issues. Hold on. The 3 biggest issues are at your triangle. But you've got no time to kill anyone anymore. You've got no time and no meaningful damage on the board. Okay. I mean, everyone, if you get parried at this point with 13 seconds left on the board, bro, nobody low HP. You're gonna click escape L and enter. And you're gonna go to a new server. Because that server, everybody's thinking less of you. Especially if you're this guy bragging about being 500 levels. You get a free heal, I mean, because why not? I mean, they've got nothing. We're still beheading. We've got from 13, or well, let me see. Let's see how fast also, this is important. How fast did he lose his triangle? Let's go back a little bit more. Hold on. How fast does he lose his triangle? You actually build up a greater triangle. He loses his triangle in about 30 seconds again. Oh my god. And he's not on any targets. Okay. I guess, bro. We're just gonna, yeah. He just goes to me. He just M1s there because he knows he's cooked. I mean, everyone at this point is just messing around. He just slashed his thing because it'd be funny. And he loses. Don't play Slasher how that guy did. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that entertaining of watching someone who's level 500 sell their mind off on Slasher.